Alright, so right now we're walking in the old city of Denpasar. So Denpasar is the capital of the island of Bali, as well as the most populated city. So we're gonna be taking you on a food tour of the top things to eat in Denpasar, Bali. This is gonna be awesome, guys. So to start the day, we just had to go and check out the Badung Market. We got to taste some pretty exotic fruits like jackfruit. We also got to taste snake fruit. I had never tasted snake fruit before. It was really awesome and actually really delicious as well. All right, so we made our way to this place called Tipat Tahu Grenceng. It's not that far away from the market, about a 5-minute walk. And this place here is iconic. They've been around since 1935, basically making the same thing. Actually, they've been around since before Indonesia became an independent country. So this is an iconic place, to say the least. What they specialize in are like these rice cakes with tofu and some soybean. All right, so we got our tipat tahu, and we can see that it comes at the bottom. It's like swimming in this pool of peanut sauce. So the peanut sauce is like the base of the dish right here, and they put everything, they layer everything on top of that peanut sauce. And it also comes with a sambal that's gonna be fiery hot. I just have an inkling. And it also comes with this prawn cracker, and comes with a bunch of bean sprouts, a fried egg, some tofu. I'm gonna break off that egg in there. I'm gonna mix it around a little bit with the bean sprouts, just like that. I'm gonna cut off a piece of that tofu, and I'm gonna make sure to grab a nice layer of peanut sauce. So we have a nice big spoonful of this tipat tahu right here. Oh, and it smells very peanutty.
Okay, let's open up.
Oh, that peanut sauce kind of makes it into a mouthful. But I do have to say that it's not as dense as like a peanut butter. It's quite softer, and also has a bit more of a kind of like chocolatey taste, if I might say. Now I do like the mixture of the egg with the bean sprouts and with the tofu, as well as with the peanut sauce. I think that goes well together. I can see why people like this as a breakfast dish, because that peanut sauce has just that little bit of sweetness that makes it quite pleasant to eat this in the morning. So it's quite nice, quite pleasant if you're gonna have this for breakfast. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try it with some of that sambal. I'm just gonna dip it a little bit in the sambal. Oh. I gotta say, that sambal is fiery hot. You know when something is hot, if it gives you the hiccups like instantaneously? That sambal did that to me right now. It's a perfect first meal of the day right here. Nice bowl of tipat tahu. Very delicious, very peanutty. That had everything that you want in it, especially for breakfast, but basically for any time during the day. But that was really good. All right, so now we are going to our next food destination. See guys, big religious holiday today, so a lot of offerings all around. So it really adds to the color, to the spectacle of walking around in Bali. So it's quite something. Also, a lot of places are burning incense, so there's a strong smell of incense in the air. It's really quite something, I gotta say, to come here. Even though some shops are closed because people are taking the day off, there's something definitely special about coming and visiting Bali during a spiritual time. You just Makes you feel connected in a lot of ways, and it's definitely a pleasure. Alright, so our next stop is for what is called Batagor. So Batagor is this food that comes from West Java. So basically, it's a fried dumpling that comes with fried tofu and cuts it up into a bunch of different small pieces. And then he kind of mixes it together and dumps some peanut sauce on it. Also some sambal, of course, for some added kick. But that's basically what it is. So it's a fried dumpling with fried tofu. So this is a very crunchy dish because, you know, Indonesian people, they love that crunch in their food. And that dumpling is made with fish. And to top it all off, you have a squeeze of kaffir lime that goes at the end to add a bit of acidity, a bit of freshness. Let's try it out.
You want to try it with Daddy? Go for you, go. You do it.
Mmm. 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 That is the most unique tofu texture that I've ever had. That is like really crispy, but also kind of like very soft. That's so unusual. I've never had tofu like that. That's kind of cooked almost two ways in the same piece. Crispy and soft at the same time. Well, the texture is just beautiful. That peanut sauce, I gotta say, it's not overbearing. Even though it looks like there's a lot of it, it's really not overbearing at all. It adds a nice flavor to it and a nice fragrance as well. But I gotta say, just that texture, that softness and that crispiness, that just gets to me. I don't even know how it's possible to get that right. Okay. So it looks like I'm not the only one that likes it. All right, this is the actual fish dumpling. Let's try it out. You can see that it's kind of made out of a phyllo kind of pastry. That is amazing. I can't comprehend how you can have a dumpling that looks so hard and crumbly and crunchy, yet is so soft and kind of chewy, but in a good way. I don't know how they make these dumplings, but that is the most amazing texture in a dumpling that I've ever had. Sate Plecing Arjuna right here. If you want to come have some good satay, this is the spot. This place generally is crazy popular, but today maybe it's the holiday, who knows, but it's kind of empty. So perfect time to come here because generally you have to wait outside to get seats inside. All right, so we got two different plates of satay. So we got one that's called Sate Plecing, which is basically pork satay that comes with this fiery hot spicy sambal. And we have the other one, which is satays with this kind of like Swedish sauce, more Chinese style satay. All right, so I don't know if we can see, but these have a nice, beautiful char on them. These are going to be pretty close to being one-biters. Okay. Let's dip it in the fiery hot sambal. Let's dig in. Oh.
I think she might want one.
That is beautiful. Pork meat is a perfect combination of porky, meaty, and also fatty. There are some real fat pieces on there, and also sweet. It's quite sweet. And then you dip that into the sambal, and that cuts that sweetness in half, and it becomes fiery and bitter. So it's kind of nice how you can kind of balance the two. And here's a sweet one. Look at sweet barbecue sauce with honey. And that pork meat is so tender, so you really have to kind of try pulling it off the skewer because it's still quite tender, so it latches on there. It's pretty good. It's not tough at all, and as you're pulling it off, you will feel the kind of like the fatty pieces of the pork kind of bursting in your mouth because you're putting so much pressure on it, and the flavor just starts kicking in right there and there. It kind of overflows your mouth with that porky, fatty kind of flavor, which is just unbelievable. So next stop, just a short walk away from the satay place, is this spot that makes, all they make is fried banana. That's it. All day, every day, fried banana. They make about 2,500 fried bananas a day. Yeah, you can have one. Just be careful that it's not too hot. And you can just see the whole process is right here. This is the kitchen. This is the conveyor belt of fried banana making right here.
You can just see the banana out of that fire.
Yeah, I know, and it's nice, fried and crispy. Banana cheers. Cheers. Ow, ow. Just a normal, nice cheer. Nice cheer. Nice cheer.
Is it hot?
Wow, very crispy. Outside layer kind of forms into a crisp, and it's quite crispy, like in a kind of like banana chip kind of way. The inside of it, really nice and soft. Very nice. You can see the inside of the banana. Very nice and kind of creamy. It's really, really sweet as well. Probably has a bit of sweetness into the batter before she puts it into the fryer. I don't know if she sprinkles sugar on top. She might sprinkle a little bit of something on top. Now, there are some spices that she puts on here, but man, it's really quite good. It's quite crunchy.
I have the chocolate. It's really good because I eat it inside the but the outside isn't so good.
You like the inside better than the outside?
Yeah.
So we've been letting the kids play in here for a while, so we're gonna refresh while they keep playing with some chandal. So this is basically like some green rice flour. I believe it's gonna have some palm sugar and it's gonna be really, really sweet. So first time trying this. Let's give it a nice little twirl. And you can see that there's like that green rice flour in there. Let's try it out.
You have to mix it better.
Wow. That is fiery sweet, if that makes sense. That is honestly one of the sweetest things that I've ever had. Wow. It's crazy how much sugar and sweetness you can pack inside a drink cup. Oh. Definitely you have to mix it around a little bit. It definitely cuts through that sweetness a little bit. It's very nice. It almost tastes a little bit like slightly burnt milk in a good way. And that's, I believe, because of that palm sugar in there. So kind of has a bit of a molasses kind of taste to it. And that green rice flour in there just gives it that nice kind of like a jelly aspect that you'll find in a lot of drinks in Asia. So this is actually quite refreshing, quite good. Alright, so that does it for a food tour here today in Denpasar, Bali. So if you guys enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe to the Go-To family for more videos from here in Bali and from around the world. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that bell for notifications. And that's it. So we'll see you guys on the next one.